Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the shop. So today I've got something a little different planned. I was initially wanting to work on utensils and try to get some of that stuff done for the Carolina Grain Co. side of my business, but yesterday I ended up spending quite literally all day sanding bowls, and that kind of threw off my whole schedule. But the reason why I bring all this up is because for the past few weeks I've really been trying to challenge myself that when something like that happens, when I don't get to make actually like an actual product through the day, then before I close up the shop, I need to turn something, whether that be a bowl, a spoon, candle holder, whatever it may be. I just have to make something or really just start something. And like I said, that happened yesterday. Got through it, about 4:30 came around, and I decided it's time to turn something. So before I show you what I made yesterday, let me show you what I actually did sand and finish yesterday, because I think y'all will appreciate it. At least I hope so. So this is what I spent quite a bit of time on yesterday. It is a natural edge bowl that has been turned from some absolutely beautiful spalted maple wood. It's got spalting through it. It's got some really beautiful colors that go through the grain. It's got some figure, and then of course on top of everything else, it's just an absolutely gnarly piece of wood here. It's safe to say that this is probably one of my top bowls that I've ever turned, at least top 5 I'd say. And of course I have no footage of me filming it. Truthfully, I didn't think it would stay together when I went to turn it. It was a very fragile piece of wood, but of course it did, and that's a great thing, don't get me wrong, but I do wish I had some clips of it. But yeah, thought y'all would appreciate that. I haven't oiled it yet. Probably going to do that later today, so stay tuned and maybe I'll show that at the end of this. So this bowl here is the result of yesterday's challenge, or really, if I'm being honest, holding myself accountable to keep creating new work. It is a natural edge bowl turned from oak, and if you can't tell from my past few videos, I have been on a natural edge kick lately. This bowl blank had been sitting in plastic wrap, or wrapped in plastic wrap, for 4 to 5 weeks, not long enough to create any spalting, but it did create some mold where it trapped all that moisture in and created some very pretty coloration along the sapwood and some in the heartwood as well. And so I thought, I've got a few more of these bowl blanks sitting aside that need to be turned, and so I thought it'd be fun to bring you all along and let's see the results together of turning a few more of these. So now that I've got all my talking out of the way, you know what we're doing. Let me grab those bowl blanks, let's get one of them on the lathe, and let's finally get some turning done. Everything is ready to go, and I gotta say there's a lot more mold than I thought there was, but I'm excited about that. I think that's going to make some very pretty wood. So let me grab my mask and let's find out. Well, the outside of the bowl has been shaped, and sadly, I had to turn away more than I initially wanted to because when I got to shaping, there was a flat spot on the wood that maybe you saw when I stopped it in one of the past clips. It went in deeper than I initially had thought it did, so I had to make some changes on the fly as far as the design goes, because I was really wanting to turn a design similar to the last bowl that I turned in the last video that I posted, the pecan video. But it's all right. I'm still really happy with the shape. And also, speaking of that last video, this is another bowl that when it's dry, I will go back and round the bottom off a little more, because right now it's all right, but I will make that a little bit smaller and shape that up. But yeah, all I got left to do now is just run a bead of CA glue along here, because I really want the bark to stay on, and that's it. And then we can get the other one turned. So let me grab the CA glue. Speaking of that, get this bead ran on here. Let's get the other one on the lathe, and let's keep it rolling. So just a little plug for those of you who use CA glue. I've been using Vincent's Wood and Wonder CA glue for a few months now. I've used his sandpaper for years, but saw where he was selling CA glue. Decided to give it a try, and honestly, it's been fantastic. Price-wise, compared to your mainstream, more ones that you'd find on Amazon and stuff, it's priced a lot better. And I want to say for this 8-ounce bottle, I think I paid, I want to say $12, maybe $15, something like that. I'll link it in the description for those of you who want to check it out. But yeah, he sells thin, medium, which the two I've used, and then I believe he sells heavy as well, and then the accelerator and stuff. But yeah, check it out. Great stuff. Oh, we're in a lot smoother than the last one. So real quick, I just wanted to show y'all, this is kind of what happened with the last one, where I cut into this a little too shallow. So I'm having to kind of refine the shape a little bit more, make it not as wide open as I want to. But yeah, it should be all right. And I do have a little bit of checking, cracking down there at the bottom, but that should turn away with the tendon. But anyways, just wanted to show you that. So let's get back to it. All right, CA glue is on, the bark is hopefully secured. And I know I say this probably every bowl that I turn or put on YouTube, but absolutely love the way this one is coming out. I'm not exactly sure what is drawing me in with this shape, because it's really simple and sort of minimal, but I absolutely love the way this is turning out. No pun intended, but yeah, I'm really excited to see this one finished. But anyways, at the end there, I did try to show the shear scraping that I do every so often, or probably 75% of the time. When I turn the outside specifically, I look at it in 3 stages. I use the bowl gouge to do the rough portion, the rough turning. Then I use the round nose scraper to go through and refine the shape. And then I use shear scraping, say that 10 times fast, but I use shear scraping to go through and just clean up some of those tool marks and refine the shape just that much more. It's really good for cleaning up just very minimal detail work. But yeah, works really well on pieces or wood like oak, as you saw with that shavings. They're very fine. So yeah, anyways, wanted to show you that. But I'm gonna get this one off here, get the very first bolt back on here. Very first, like there's multiple. I'm gonna get the first bolt back on here, and for the sake of time, I'm just going to go through and hollow both them out. So I will see y'all once we're done with that. Well, the bowls are finally done. I've got to say that I was challenged a lot more today than I was anticipating when I started this, mainly because of this one right here. When I started this one, I was thinking, you know, for me, it's on the smaller side here. I was thinking I was going to be able to go in, hollow it out easy breezy, but no, that was not the case. The depth of this bolt and the narrowness of this opening really challenged me, but thankfully we got it done. This one here, it went about as smooth as I anticipated. Absolutely love turning shapes like this. They're always a lot of fun. Overall, just thankful for how these 2 bolts came out. I absolutely love the way they look. Really more of this one here. Don't get me wrong, I like this piece here, but I think it could have used just a little bit more refining, but I'm not going to judge it just yet. I'm going to wait till I can go back and finish it and, you know, round out the bottom like I was talking about earlier, kind of refine the shape a little bit more. I think it'll be all right. I do like it, but I'll be curious to see how I feel about it then. So anyways, with that said, that is going to do it for today's video. Down in the comments, let me know which one's your favorite. We'll do like we did with the pecan video last week. We'll go 1 or 2 here. Let me know which one you think. And speaking of the pecan video, y'all cracked me up with the comments in that video. I think 99% of them were about me not having a beard, and I haven't mentioned it today. But yeah, y'all cracked me up with those. And you know, funny enough, talking to my wife that night, you know, she's always liked my beard, been into it kind of thing. But she came at me that night and was like, you know, I think I want you to, if you're willing to, not grow your beard back for a little bit. And I'm like, gotta be kidding me. That definitely threw a monkey wrench in my plans because I was ready to grow it back. I'm trying to grow it back. And then she comes at me with that. So now I'm like, oh, what do I do? But as of now, it's growing back. So, but we'll see. Y'all might see me a little longer without a beard. So anyways, thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I really do appreciate it. And if also, another thing, if you like these types of videos, let me know in the comments below. I know my past 2 videos have been sort of this kind of vloggy style. I've really enjoyed making these. I think they're going to be the key to me getting on a more consistent schedule. So if you like this kind of more laid back video, let me know. Don't get me wrong, my in-depth videos are not going anywhere. I've actually got 2 coming up. Really excited to share with y'all, but you know, I kind of like throwing these in the mix. But anyways, that is going to do it. I'm going to stop yapping. I'm gonna get these drying. thank y'all for spending your time with me today. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all next time.